same time. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up. Run it up.
EA coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight we've got a good in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over first down at their own 21-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose it.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks. You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack. and not giving ground.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Rams take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. 14-yard line.
Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. They'll go with a big back Fournette. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give up the middle to Akers. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 115 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try the air now with Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of the game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are in for 6.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. He completes it to Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Ramsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your... Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll run for it with Akers. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Again, it's Brady. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Brady now on 1st down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And finding the tight end Rudolph.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Buccaneers 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Set. Zebra. Hey, 22.
They snap it to Stafford. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires.
First down, Buccaneers.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
In search of 8 yards here as they look to convert the first down.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now fourth down.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you could lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He finds his target. It's Evans. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Brady now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Brady to throw again. That's complete. Bernard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. He drops it off for Bernard.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown! Tyler Johnson, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
40 gun! 40 gun!
To throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
They find that he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA! Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You touch your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Brady.
He'll find Fournette again here.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Brady. This complete to Jones.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady down to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhaled just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now Brady got to have this one. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted.
And now here's another interception. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. To throw is Brady. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
First down, Buccaneers.
Back to throw.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Brady.
Finding Rudolph.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Brady. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get to...
Leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford going to throw it. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on him.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Ryan.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Troy Hill picks it. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.